My name is Pat Robichaud, the Sales and Marketing Director for Propeller. I've been doing it for about 2.5 years. So sour beers for us are still fairly new. The first sour beer that we ended up making was actually a collaboration with North Brewing Company in the North End. And then as soon as we did one, kind of demand was there, and people just kind of kept asking for another one. So there's a bunch of different sours that exist, and sours have been around for basically as long as beer has been made. We're kind of taking the New World adaptation on a sour. So basically, what that means is that we're adding lactobacillus into the mash tun when we're graining in. And we let that sit, and basically what happens is it turns into your sugars into like a lactic acid, which gives you the sour character. So that's what a lot of brewers nowadays are doing. So if you're going and seeing a sour in the NSLC or a sour on tap somewhere around the city, I would say 8 or 9 out of 10 are a kettle sour.
So my name's Jeremy Taylor. I'm the head brewer and one of the founders of Two Crows here. So we don't do any kettle sours. I'm sure you've heard quite a bit about kettle souring. I don't do it. There's pros and cons to doing them. I find sometimes the kettle souring, the tartness to it can be a little bit one-dimensional. But then there are the more nuanced sours that may or may not have been aged in a barrel. But some of these sours do take 6 months to a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah, we'll have one thing that'll be probably about 2 years before it's ready, and there is a lot of care and attention that's poured into these things. I think a lot of those longer-term sours are more for sitting down and appreciating and enjoying with company and with friends and stuff, versus some of the quicker kettle sours that are amazing for crushing on the patio and having a six-pack of while you're watching the hockey game or something. But yeah, I think I find sour beer is also a really good gateway for people who are non-beer drinkers too. So I think craft brewers developing sour beers, more people from around the province that might not necessarily try craft beer would try a sour beer and get on to craft beer. So I think a lot of people, when they're looking for sours, they're looking for something that has a lot of fruit to it as well too, or a lot of something else, not just a traditional sour. But that's not going to stop us from doing the more traditional ones too. Our barrel program is such that the bottle releases are only kind of 500 to 800 bottles, and the uptake of that has been incredible. They sell out within a couple of days, which is just amazing, and I wish we could produce more of those ones, but at the same time, that's sort of the nature of dealing with these barrels. We don't do it because it's something that we think is profitable. It's something that is a total labor of love.